Hi guys, in this lessons we are going to learn if-else, elif conditions in Python, which are extremely used in Python programming language and very useful to know. First, let's open or break our command prompt here with Ctrl+C, clear it, and run our local server Jupyter notebook. It will open all of our folders here. From here we will go to the Python folder which have been created in the previous lessons. In lessons here we will create what? Conditions. Python folder called conditions here. And type it conditions. We add a couple of lines. We already know that conditions start with if and continues with else, or inside of the else and if we could even put elif, but we will explain them in practice, don't worry. Let's first assign the value to the variable. Let's see that we have a variable called days, and we define the value 30 to the days, and here I want to give a conditions if or days. We could surround these days with round brackets, but that's not the mandatory here. You could do it or no, it's up to you, but I never surrounded with these round brackets because it anyways worked without them. But first let's just try it, or let's try to write the condition with these scopes here. If this conditions is greater than 20, we will put the colon here and give the result like print yes, it is greater, it's greater, right? And click enter. Yes, you could see that it will print out the result. Indeed 30 is greater than 20, and in that case it would work perfectly here. Or conditions, or first condition is retrieved or result. If I delete these scopes and click alt enter, the result will be the same. It means that it works without these round brackets here. And now I want to print it if this requirement does not fit here. If I have a 10 here and click alt enter and run it here, it will print nothing in that case, but I want to print out something here. In that case I will just run the print and click like continuous or continue. In that case, if I type in alt enter, it will print out the continue. What does it mean? It means that it does not meet, if this does not meet this requirement here, it will skip the first condition, this one, and print another one. It just would skip this one and run the other code here. All the statement which are below this condition here. But here instead of this way, this is the first way of doing or printing out your function, but here's another way of doing it with the help of else. Let's say that I have a b equals to 3 and give a conditions here. If b is not equals to 3, for example, I will print out yes, yes, otherwise else. Here you could see that after clicking here enter, it will send me to this position here, but I will type in the backspace and go to the first position here, to the if position, and here I will type in the second one, and inside of else I will type in print like it is 3, it is 3. Click enter. you could see that here it will print out the result like this one. It will skip the first condition because it's not equal to 3, and here it will print out this one, b is equal to 3, right? And we are giving the condition if it's not equals to 3, it will print out the yes, but actually it's equal to 3, that's why it will print out this result here. If I type in here the 4, it will print out the first condition here, but I will leave it like that. Let's go to the another condition here and try to write the elif function. Let's see that I have a variable a, b, like 13, and if I will try to give a condition here, let's first run it in this line and I will bring up the conditions here. It doesn't matter, I can run this code inside of this line too, but I want to be a bit neat here. If b is greater than a, and I will type in a colon, new line, you could see that here there is a tab space here. I will type in print inside of the double quotes. I will type in b is smaller or greater. Let's type in greater than a, right? If I type in enter, it will not run anything, right? If I type in this 132 and run it here, it will print out this result here. But if I just delete this space and run it here, it will print out this error here, because it says that your statement is intended to block and you have a position error here. That's why I always try to write the print function with the tab. It always automatically gives you this position after clicking the enter. Don't worry about it. But if you want to give a second conditions, you will have to go to the initial position here. Let's again make it 13 and continue our conditions here. Let's just delete these lines and again look at the code. If b is greater than a, we will print out b is greater than a here. Elif, I will type in what? Elif a is equal to b, I will type in like print a is equal, a and b are equal, for example, equal. Click enter again, it will not print anything. But if I convert this one to 13 and click enter, you could see that this will print out this result here because both of them are equal, right? But I will go back to 100 here for now, and now I want to print another condition here, else condition. After clicking enter, I will type in delete, I mean backspace, and here I will type in another condition here, else. I will just type in print a is greater than b, a is greater than b, right? Click enter. In that case, it will print out what? This one, conditions. As I checked this before, if I type in 13, the condition would print out this one here. But here, instead of running this a and are equal, I can, instead of a, would print out these numbers here too. But I will explain them later, don't worry here. First, let's give another conditions like year equals to 2020, and I want to give a logical operand here. Use it if year is greater or equals than 2020, 2022, or year again is less than or equal than 2010, it will print out what, let's see, yes, for example. You could see that 2022 here, this year is greater than 2020. Let's see that 2020. It will print again yes, because one of these conditions is true. Actually, it's greater than or equals to 2020, but not less or equal to 2010. Here it will print out the yes, because one of these conditions are true. But if I type in AND here and click enter, it will not print anything, because AND logical operand requires both of these parts to be true here. But here one of them is true. We could even type in like valid here, and instead of the year, I can type in the year like 2020 is valid here, but I will just delete it and type in this variable here. Year is valid, like this one.